Hey everybody, welcome back to Ocarina of Time. We are finally out of here!
Let's get out of here now.
That's right.
Away, noble steed!
Right.
I
Got us a fine-ass horse.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, take that!
Jeez. Cele really hated that bug. Or that tech.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
What are they based on again? Spiders?
They're spiders. They're Tektites.
I mean, I know they're Tektites, but what were they originally based off of?
I think they're either
I don't
based.
know.
They look spider-esque, but I think they're also based on like those really long-legged water-like spiders that you see, like kind of like the ones you saw in Mario 64.
You cut off James. What was that?
Never mind.
Oh, like the
They've
ones in
been
Mario
a thing.
64.
Yeah, they've been a thing for
Oh,
a while.
okay.
Doubles.
Yeah, the
Yikers.
waters. Oh, the water skeeters. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
the
Yeah,
water,
the
the
water
water
skiers.
skippers. Or
Oh, the water skiers.
I was
Doesn't
called
Sunshine have,
Right!
yeah.
think
doesn't
they're
Sunshine
called.
have something like that too?
Yeah, they have that little spring thing that you can hop on. Isn't there like one there's like a yellow bug or something you can see in Sunshine where if you hop on it, it like springs you upwards?
I think I know what you're talking about.
I think?
Oh, what the?
Yeah.
What the?
Oh,
I wonder what's going on in the forest right now. I'm worried about Saria too.
Admittedly, this is the first time I think that's the first time I've ever seen you actually talk to Navi while on horseback.
Well, let's
Yeah.
talk to her.
Well, I was talking about Navi, but I mean, yeah, we can talk to
Yeah,
Saria as well.
I know. I'm saying, yeah, let's talk to Saria.
You want to talk to Saria, right?
yeah. Give me your digits.
Yeah.
Rinku, it is. This is Saria. Can you hear me? Great, you're safe. I knew I would hear from you again. I'm in the forest temple. The forest spirits were calling for help, so I went to check it out. But it's
Cool.
full of evil monsters. Help me, Rinku. You're my only hope.
By the way, is it just me, or do you sound a lot more manly now?
Yeah, I was about to make that joke hype of like the idea was like. By the way, thanks for not texting me for 7 years.
How come
Oh.
you never call me?
Wait, if there are monsters in the temple...
Does that mean?
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
God!
There's
The whole
monsters
force
in
has
the
been
village.
infested.
Well, crap.
Yep.
Oh, I mean, the Deku Tree kind of died 7 years ago.
Yeah.
That kind of
Also-
died. He full out wilted.
So where did all the Kokoris go?
They're all in hiding. Kind of like we.
Yeah, they're all hiding in their houses.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna see us and be
Jeez.
like,
So-
"What the fuck are you?"
These guys
Yeah.
got big.
That's pretty
Are
much
you-
they call Link Mister.
Are you Link's daddy?
In some ways, yes, but
So,
Some way.
and as
Yeah, go into detail about that. How is this some ways you speak of?
I don't know.
He
And
looks
also,
just like his daddy!
and as Cele is pointing out there, yes, that you can't actually reflect normal. Wait a minute. Oh wait,
even
what am I talking about?
Octoroks.
No, that doesn't make any sense though. Then how do you convince Deku Scrubs? Okay, rocks you can, but nuts you cannot. Nuts will just break on your metal shield.
Right.
Well, no, that's not. If they shoot more than one nut, then they will break. If they shoot one nut, then and it wasn't hitting my shield.
Dude.
Okay.
So, as far as I knew, all the times I played this game, there's this Skulltula here, and that's it. But I decided to venture just to see if there was actually anything there because I never bothered to do so.
Well,
I'm just like,
if-
okay,
if-
so far so
something.
good. Okay, never mind.
Yep.
And I gotta
Higgins.
say, I'm surprised to hear you say that, sis, because I was always under the impression that you literally did know this game like the back of your hand.
I know, and people say I know every pixel of this game. Nope, you guys are wrong. I didn't know about this part.
Jokes
I
on all of
saluted
you.
And I,
Oh,
careful.
I'm
Oh,
just,
jeez.
I'm just now thinking of Little Shop of Horrors.
Of
Can't
course
believe
you
it took me
are.
this
Of
long.
course. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm not sure if you guys remember the official art where the Deku Babas actually had teeth.
I thought.
I mean,
was
that's
that teeth? I
surprising.
thought. Was that teeth? I thought it was just saliva coming out of their lips.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, they did have teeth in Twilight Princess.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, it wouldn't be
and,
so-
and Wind Waker.
And there were the
Yeah.
serpent type ones that would actually, if you cut their stem off, they would come chasing after you and actually crunch on you.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they had teeth.
One last crunch.
One,
And the crunchy noises are so visceral.
2, 3,
3.
3.
And I think that's all of them here.
Okay.
Save the Deku Tree!
Or what's left of it.
Except
No! I'm still in denial that you're dead!
I just love the idea of like I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We
Do
do
you
this
still
all.
go back into him?
No.
No.
No,
only-
he closed his mouth.
You can only go back to him as a child.
And I'm
No, it's not his mouth. It's a crevice under his bottom lip. I keep
Yes.
forgetting that.
I thought it was. I honestly
I
thought,
thought it was his mouth.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
technically
that's
it's
what it was
not.
intended to be.
Nah, it's either that or you know how like when somebody smokes for a long time, they gotta get a hole in their neck so that they can still talk
Stoma?
through it. Yeah.
Oh, those are so bad.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, and I'm not sure if I show this off, but here's another change as an adult. Oh, there's Kojiro.
Oh, Kojiro's alive.
Kojiro.
He crowed here. Oh no, I don't show it off. Never mind.
Kojiro's been born.
Yeah, I was about to
Also-
say, like,
I was gonna mention Skull Kids.
Oh,
Oh.
whoa, what the?
Oh, it's you.
What are you? Though you wear Kokiri's clothing, you can't fool me. I promise sorry I would never let anybody go through here.
about that, I have
All
a
right, let's
sword.
go to Saria.
am sorry, son.
How about this? You
Let's
little
play the
shit.
song of his people.
It is.
That... Hey! Saria plays that song all the time! Do you know Saria? That song! Saria taught that song only to her friends. Okay,
never taught
I
me
guess
that
I gotta
song.
trust you now. You know, when I see you, I don't know why, but I remember that little jerk. Everything happened to Liz.
Also, I hate to be the stickler for logic. It was like, wow, you could only ever know that song if you would only have ever learned that song if you were Saria's friend, or if you spent like more than 30 seconds in this forest.
Well, to be fair, everyone who spends more than 30 seconds becomes a monster if they don't have a fairy.
Yeah, maybe. I'm actually surprised that
Yeah.
wasn't what tipped. I'm actually surprised that that's not what tipped Mido off first. Was the fact that
Well,
we were an adult with a fairy.
I think there's only one Kokiri who knows about it, and that's Fado.
Oh.
So wait,
And-
was it like where's it said that you have to have the fairy companion in order to subvert that? Because I'm pretty sure I thought that was always just a natural Kokiri thing.
Oh no, there's actually a training
Oh,
class.
hello,
Moblins.
Moblins.
Moblins!
That's
Mabulans.
Oh.
You know, I never thought. Do they look like pigs to you?
No,
They're
they look like
supposed
dogs.
to.
They look like dogs to
They
me.
do.
Oh yeah, no. For Ocarina of Time, they made them look like bulldogs.
Oh,
again.
that's right. They did make them dogs. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna cheat this.
Oh,
so?
come on, Cele. Why do this now?
What?
Hola.
Because I can.
Why'd I say hola? It's Pierre. Bonjour.
Cele, this is the only time you get to see the Moblins, and you're just gonna skip them just like that.
I completely forgot. I was supposed to be like, because that's right. I'm Pierre. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, he doesn't talk anyway, so.
But there's one particular Moblin you cannot break.
And I'm just like, should I bring out the bomb shoes? Nah, I'm going legitimate.
just go different directions.
oh,
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't know how to turn.
You were saying there, James?
Backstabber.
Literally.
You're kind of a dumbass for just letting
Yeah.
me walk past you, dude.
But yeah, sorry. Sorry.
Actually,
You're a
just
tank
going.
and you let me a puny human slip by you.
I was about to
Yeah.
say, just like you say, that's
Are
like.
ya?
Do you see how narrow this hallway is? I couldn't turn
Where?
even if I wanted to.
This is where Saria's supposed to be.
She ain't
She's
here.
not here.
She's been murdered.
She got turned into that stump.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hey.
Oh, sorry.
turned her into that stump.
The flow of time is always cruel. Its
Oh, I think
speed seems
the-
different
is
for
this
each
Sealy?
person, but no.
I thought Cele was chic.
Oh, that's
The thing
right.
that doesn't change with time is the memory of
Oh, there
your
you are.
days. In order to come back here again, play the Minuet of Forest.
Is that how it's pronounced?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's minuet.
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 I'm a musician. I know these things.
Minuet.
And I also play harp.
Minuet.
I actually-
does
Yes,
the minuet.
real talk. Actually, play harp.
Okay.
I think you brought that up at least a couple times before in these commentaries.
I
Yeah.
actually learned a couple new musical terms with this game. Like I didn't
yeah,
even know what a
minuets.
bolero
So
was
did
until
I.
this.
Oh yeah, bolero. Sorry, there's bolero.
Ballora.
There's bolero. There's bolero.
I wonder if that's part of what she was named after.
Who?
Ballora.
Maybe. But there.
You have
Learned?
learned the Minuet of Forest, bitch.
Minuet.
Well, okay, don't need to be so rude about it.
Rinku, I'll see you again.
Sup?
I was trying to keep a straight face as I did that.
I'll see you again, loser.
Smell
That
you.
just reminded me of a blooper
Could
from
you just
this
I'm sorry.
Old Flash.
Could you just?
This reminded me of a blooper from an old Flash series called Zelda UO.
Yeah.
We're in Forest Temple now.
Okay. I'm sorry.
And there's nothing. Oh, hello.
And I'm sorry. I
buckles.
just now remembered. Like, could you imagine if they just
Wait,
had?
hang on. Hang on, I just want to finish. There was a blooper where someone was growling,
What's the challenger's status, bitch?
Damn.
You were saying, Logan?
And I was gonna make the joke of like, could you imagine with a freaking Sheik that if they just slipped in one "smell you later" link, just
oh god.
Smell you later,
come on.
Smell you
come on.
later.
Cheek wouldn't be as bad as Gary.
yeah, that's fair.
No, he
Gary.
really wouldn't.
No.
She means well.
I'm not gonna do that again. I was trying to be funny.
Don't.
And
Yeah,
my
nice. And we are still going for every one of these.
Just 50 of them.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Because
That's
after
enough
50
to
it just
break the
kind of
curse.
stops. Cool.
Except for the last one.
He will go wanting.
But the reward is not. It's worth it, but not worth it at the same time.
I mean,
I
we could go ahead.
Oop. Every time you do the hook shot and you just pulled forward, I would love it if every time you pulled forward, you just hear a clip of.
Oh,
I
jeez.
just
And
I like every time he jumps through the air, I have the instinct of pulling out the paraglider thingy from
Oh, yeah.
Breath of the Wild.
No.
Oh, hello.
Or Wind
what's
Waker.
this?
So our main,
Torches.
So our main gimmick for the Forest Temple is that the four sisters here have taken away the flames that will lead us to the boss.
Yep.
And we gotta find it.
Yeah,
Those
take him
bitches.
down.
And this place is a goddamn maze.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
It's
Forest
symmetrical.
Temple's not the worst temple,
No.
but it's not my favorite.
I could have sworn that James. I could have sworn James used that very specific phrasing to describe another place in this game.
A lot of
I
times.
mean-
I mean, a lot of them are mazes.
Well, like I feel like
True.
I've heard him say that before. I'm just trying to remember where or when.
I hate the. You'll understand later, but I hate the shifting mechanic.
Oh, it probably
those
it probably
things.
it probably was Jab.
Oh,
it was probably Jabu Jabu's belly. That was
Here's a
another
fun
maze.
fact about bubbles.
Yeah?
Their eye color has the same coating as Link's tunic. If you change the coating color of Link's green tunic, the bubble's eyes will change too.
And we're talking about things you can do in randomizer where you can change all sorts of wacky
Well,
things.
actually, I first learned that in Action Replay. It was a GameCube thing.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
You could hack the game using this little disc, and it was actually kind of cool.
that's how you learned every single
remember
game
Action
you used.
Replay.
I had an Action Replay for the main Action. I'd heard about it in like hushed whispers on the playground, like.
The stuff you could do in Wind Waker with Action Replay, it was a blast.
The main.
But could you play as half naked Tingle with Action Replay?
Oh, God.
I don't know who would want
You have
that.
a point.
I don't know.
For
who
context, Steve and I did a randomizer, a Wind Waker randomizer, and we changed Tingle's leotard color to match his skin color, so he was essentially half naked in a speedo.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah. I was going to bring up that the only main Action Replay I'd ever owned was one for the DS. Mm-hmm. Again, it was a neat.
Oh yeah, that's where I remember it. I used that to get shiny Pokemon.
I did it to get some shiny Pokemon, but I mainly used it because I always wanted to. What are these blocks?
Those are Song of Time blocks.
Sing the
At
Song
least
of
I
Time.
think that's what
know-
they're called.
You use the Song of Time, and the time blocks will
disappear.
go. Yeah, they'll disappear.
We already
elsewhere.
encountered one after we raised Dompe.
Oh, doy.
I
So,
do
yes.
know that Action Replay codes do use with ROMs because I remember back in the day I did use some of those when I was whenever I played Sonic Battle back in the day.
Oh, cool. And then I
Oh, here's a sorry I didn't interrupt, but here's a little gimmick here. You can kill. There are 3 Skulltulas on there. You can kill 2 of them, but we can't reach the 3rd one, so we gotta stealth it up there.
Yeah,
Well, you could just-
it's a game of chance.
yeah.
Well, it's not really a game of chance. It's a.
We learned
if
about-
he sees you, just
Yeah, we learned about this.
if he
it's
sees you, just stop immediately.
yeah, if he turns purple, like Ryzen just did, if he kept doing that, just stop and stand perfect and grab on, just hold still until he starts turning around. Otherwise, yeah, he'll charge you. Anyway, as I was trying to say earlier, the main thing I used the Action Replay for was actually I wanted to get all the rare Pokemon that in Diamond and Pearl that you could only get from those trade events like Shaman, Darkrai, Cresselia, and stuff like that. Because the cool thing that I learned was that even though it's supposed to be only possible in a trade event, the places that you collect the places that you get the Pokemon from are actually always active. You just have to no clip out of bounds and find those maps, and presto, you can fight the encounters. Anywho's, music in here is all creepy. Is this what is the significance of this temple being all like having its creepy music? This isn't even the big supernatural dungeon in the game.
I don't even know.
I mean, it's
It's supposed to be tribal, sort of. Really
maybe.
wild.
Something like that.
I can see that.
I mean,
Sorry, I just wanted to point out real quick that Logan and I did a couple Majora's Mask randomizers, and the creator of the randomizer, Death Basket, she rearranged some songs with the Nintendo 64 sound font, but different instruments. And there was one for Forest Temple. There was one for Forest Temple, and it actually sounded creepier than the original.
Well, just because it had a different instrumentation. Back to you, James.
Yeah, go ahead, James.
I mean, I just took it like this whole the aesthetic that they're going for with the Forest Temple is just to set the tone of what to expect from others. Because this is one of it sort of sets the tone that every other dungeon this isn't your grandma's Jabu's belly or the inside of the great Deku tree. No, this is when things start getting a little more
This is one of the big
depressing.
boys. No pun intended.
Oh yeah, I mean, you do raise a point. This is these are the big dungeons, which again, I did like that they brought this back from a Link to the Past, where it's you have three rougher, three decent or so little mini dungeons, and now that you're an adult Link, now you have to go through the big 6.
Pretty much, and I mean,
I don't really know why I'm looking around.
I will say, as far as Forest Temple is concerned, I do like it aesthetically and all that. It's just that, it's one of the more confusing dungeons in the game.
Right.
I will agree with you there, and I will explain why in a couple minutes.
Okay.
Because we haven't gotten to that point.
A part of it is also because the map system in this game kind of blows, so that doesn't really help in that regard.
The what?
The map system.
The map sucks.
Okay, sorry. I thought it sounded like you said Batsis. I'm like, wait, what?
The bats in this place blow chunks.
We can't stay here.
Ironically, there are no keys in this dungeon.
We can't stay here. This is
Well,
backcountry.
those look like bats.
I've had it with these devil damn
true,
bats. I've had it with these devil damn bats and my devil damn Zelda.
I find it kind of ironic that the bats in this game don't look like bats at all.
Not really.
They have wings, and they kind of look like bats if but they don't have actual bat wings.
Yeah.
There are arrows painted on the floor.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Navi.
That's just,
Yes.
I love those moments of just cool. Thanks.
Also, it's one of those things to where, like I said, bringing up another randomizer subject, you cannot push these without the Goron bracelet.
Yes. Cele
These require big man muscles.
Cele just really wants to do a randomizer, and at this point is finding any and all ways to just kind of skate around the issue. When she really just wants to.
What do you mean by that?
She did have one recorded, but it'd be really weird to do that before we finish the main game.
True.
Right.
Besides, I'd rather do Dawn and Dusk before a randomizer.
Yeah. So, as we're just gonna be doing a simple little block puzzle here, your guys' thoughts on the Forest Dungeon Temple?
It's okay. I mean, it's definitely not one of the worst ones. I think it's
not the worst one, but it's not the best.
I think for me, even though I love water-themed levels, the water temple is pretty bad.
I mean,
to be honest, for this dungeon, it's not so bad, but I think the music is what kind of lowers my stress level a little bit.
Hey, go ahead, James.
If that makes any sense.
I mean, it's weird because considering I'd say the music is appropriately chilling, but what was I about to say? I guess if there's one thing I will say against Ocarina of Time is that I do bring up the fact that, the later dungeons are the more big boy dungeons. I also don't find them quite as memorable as what we've dealt with previously.
How do you mean?
I see where he's coming from. It's think of the venues that we've been to so far. We were inside of an ancient tree, just a big old tree, climbing around in its decrepit
a cavern
trunk.
full of lava.
I forgot how tricky this was.
Yeah.
Thank you, Navi.
Yes, water is wet. A
Look at
monstrous.
what the N64 can do.
Okay,
A monstrous-
and now she actually says something useful here.
Watch for
no.
the shadows of monsters that hang from the
Oh
ceiling.
yeah, wall masters are back.
Wall
hate
masters.
Wall masters.
But yeah,
Too.
yeah.
Those were one of my most hated enemies in this
Yeah,
game.
what was I gonna say? But yeah, no, so yeah, I'm siding with James on this. Is that so up to this point we've had the tree, we've had a cavern, but of note, the cavern.
Oh, hey, you.
The cavern had a giant Dodongo dragon head. Then inside the belly of a fish. All of its
Yeah.
guts everywhere. No,
Oh, god damn it, Stalfos.
But now there's a
I don't
giant
know if it's
hole.
possible to fall through that hole. I never have before.
It is possible. Thank you for. I can let you know that that's possible. So don't do it.
He's gone. He clipped through the wall.
Cool. Now fight his brother.
We're not done yet.
Brothers.
Z. And then, but yeah, so we've had those three venues. Now let's look. Spoilers. Let's look at the dungeons ahead of us. We have here a building in the middle of the woods.
Oh yeah. Sorry, real quick. I just want to say, defeat the other one, or the other one will regenerate.
Can
regenerate.
do
Blah, blah, blah.
kind of like Link to the Past. Are
Yeah,
bombs
yeah.
good to use against them?
Yep.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead.
You have a giant building in the middle of the forest with a bunch of stonework everywhere. Then you go to a giant building on the mountain with a bunch of stonework everywhere, but it's all fiery hot. Then you have a building underwater with a bunch of stonework everywhere. Then oh cool, we got a bow.
Fairy bow.
I thought it was the hero's bow. Oh no, that's Wind Waker.
Nope.
Then
One of the best weapons in the game.
then you have after that you have Shadow Temple, which is
I would say that Shadow
stonework
Temple out of
building.
the lot is probably one of the more interesting just for how fucking depressing it is.
Oh, with the horror
Ironically,
elements of
Shadow
that.
Temple is my least. Shadow Temple is my least favorite temple.
I like the horror elements
I
of
mean,
it.
I don't
and then,
blame you for feeling that way, but I don't know. I just feel like there's more to it than most
But-
of the others. And I mean, honestly, you say that. I feel I'm just gonna spoil this right now. I think if I were to pick my least favorite temple out of the entire lot, I'd probably say the Spirit Temple, because that place because it's
Really, Spirit Temple is my
it's
favorite
long.
temple.
it's long, and honestly, I just find the aesthetic of it very drab.
So in short, in summary, what we're looking at, and I agree with James on that, is that up to this point we've had some really neat organic places we've gone to, like in the middle of a tree, inside a belly of a whale, and even that cool fish, and that giant and that really cool Dodongo head cavern thing, the giant head thing you fighting a massive dragon dinosaur thing. But up to this, but for the rest of this game, the main dungeons you're going to be going to are just buildings. Big buildings, of course, with many rooms, but it's going to be a lot of brickwork, a lot of stone and mortar.
Also,
Okay, yeah, I won't argue with you there.
Also, I just realized I realized what I said. It's like, I mean, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Spirit Temple, but let's be real here. Everyone's least favorite is my least favorite as well. But we'll get to that later.
Oh, well, we'll learn about that later. All right,
Alrighty.
stay tuned for the rest
We'll
of this
see you
temple.
all in the next part,
Till next
where we
time.
hopefully rescue Saria. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Huh?